What an incredible race! After days of intense battle between Jérémie Beyou and Sébastien Simon, Groupe Dubreuil Sailing Team, the final podium is finally revealed. Jérémie Beyou crossed the finish line at 9 p.m., while Sébastien Simon took 4th place. Thomas Ruyant finished in 5th position. Then came Sam Davies, Initiative's Cœur, who arrived, closely followed by Yoann Richomme, Paprec Arkéa Team. But the race is not over. There are still 20 boats at sea.
C'est un Jérémie Beyou particulièrement guerrier qui a défendu sa 3e place de la New York-Vendee les Sables-d'Olonne jusqu'au bout. Charal a coupé la ligne vers 21h lundi soir, après 12 jours de mer et avec quasiment 2 jours de retard sur le premier, Charlie d'Alain. Une première place qui, en raison d'un coup météo, est devenue très vite inaccessible pour Jérémie Beyou.
D'autant plus que dès le début, on sait qu'il y en a 2 qui sont partis et qu'on ne verra pas, donc pour la gagne c'est cuit. Donc mentalement c'est une course pas évidente et quand on a compris assez rapidement que c'était pour la 3e place, je me suis dit qu'il y avait une autre course en fait, qu'il y avait une course à gagner et que j'allais tout faire pour rester devant et même si ça revenait derrière, finir devant. Donc j'ai vraiment tout mis en ambiance Figaro et ça faisait longtemps que je n'avais pas mis comme ça. Parce que j'avais besoin de ce podium en fait, j'avais besoin de gagner un truc en fait et pour moi c'est une victoire.
Moins de 2 heures plus tard, c'est Sébastien Simon qui prend la 4e place pour conclure une très belle course en permanence aux avant-postes.
En plus la config de la course c'est vraiment bizarre, c'est pas trop ça que je regarde. Voilà, il y a eu une part d'aléatoire assez importante. Les 2 premiers ont fait une belle course et en tout cas ce qu'on voit c'est que les leaders sont toujours là, quelle que soit la config de la course. Et avoir fait partie des 4 un peu furieux là, qui se sont tirés la bourre pendant toute la transat, ça a été assez incroyable et je peux vous assurer que le rythme est vraiment élevé et je les admire pour ça. Donc ça m'a rappelé mes années de Figaro et j'espère que le Vendée Globe sera avec la même intensité. En tout cas ça donne confiance, c'était une pré-saison très riche et dense. Et maintenant, place au Vendée.
Thomas Ruyant a terminé 5e dans l'anonymat de la nuit noire pour conclure une course frustrante. Au petit matin, et pour la 6e place, Sam Davies a gagné son match contre Yoann Richomme, coiffé par l'anglaise après 5 jours d'une belle régate bord à bord. Ces 3 bateaux sont rentrés dans le chenal des sables aux premières lueurs du soleil pour une magnifique parade matinale. Justine Métro, en milieu de journée, a franchi la ligne en 8e position. Pendant ce temps-là, ils sont encore 20 bateaux en mer, l'anticyclone des Açores semble dépassé pour les plus au sud, mais un groupe de centristes doit encore se défaire des petits airs. Une dépression devrait les aider dans les prochaines heures à retrouver des vitesses plus conformes à ces bêtes de course.
Les 5 RTU, il n'y a pas de vent du tout. Je suis repartie vers le nord chercher l'arrivée du fond là, qui fait que normalement il y a une petite carte à jouer pour aller essayer d'arriver en même temps, voir devant pas mal de bateaux. J'ai pas dit mon dernier mot.
Tous les concurrents devraient pouvoir rejoindre les Sables-d'Olonne avant vendredi soir, date de fermeture de la ligne.
This is your weekly Global Sailing Highlights show, The World on Water, June 14, 2024. With 2 wins from 2 light air races, DeVos, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic Crew, made the best possible start to the 52 Super Series, first ever races to be hosted by their home yacht club, the New York Yacht Club. The 5-time series champions, now led by tactician Victor Diaz de Leon, with Harry Melges IV steering, laid down a marker by winning race 1 from the start line, and then passing race 2 early leader Gladiator, on the second round to establish a clear overall lead after the first day of the XS52 Super Series, Newport Trophy regatta.
A beautiful first morning here in Newport, Rhode Island. It's the first time in the 13-year history of the 52 Super Series that we've ever come to this historic venue, home of the America's Cup for so long, a global centre for Grand Prix yacht racing, and we're here of course for the XS 52 Super Series Newport Trophy, second regatta of the season. We've got 10 boats racing. We've got Phoenix, who won the last regatta of last season, back in the fold. We're going to have a great week. So the first race off the start line with quite light breezes, only 7 or 8 knots, but it's all about the start off the line. It's Quantum racing off the middle of the line with Sled. Off the pin end of the line we have Value, and they lead up to the top mark. Round the top mark was Quantum Racing powered by American Magic with a little bit of a lead over Sled. Value in third. They've actually got quite a jump on the fleet, head down the first run with a good lead, and it's only on the second upwind that Value get through Sled. Finishing order, well, the hometown team Quantum Racing powered by American Magic win. Second our team Value from Thailand, and third Sled, the 2021 champions. There was slightly more breeze for the start of the second race, probably around about 10 knots off the start line. Well, it was still all about the start off the pin end of the line. Well, Gladiator, good time on distance, came away from the line well, led round the top mark. Quantum Racing powered by American Magic were not quite so good, but were in the mix coming round the top mark. Second beat, Quantum Racing got through Gladiator, and it was really on the final run into the finish line where Quantum Racing came through with the lead, but Phoenix got through for a really good second with Tina Plattner driving her first race for some years. And through in third were Team Value. So a really solid day. 2 wins for Quantum Racing powered by American Magic.
The speed was awesome on our boat today. The trimmers, Harry was driving really well. There was small shifts throughout the day that I think we capitalized on, but otherwise we sailed really simple beats, really simple runs, 1-2 tacks, 1-2 jibes, so very happy.
Just strong teamwork, you know. We've been here a couple of days just training and just working on the maneuvers, making sure we're all working together, and it's all paying off.
Nice day to start out the event, and we definitely are happy with the results.
So after 2 races, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic leading with 2 wins, 2 points, second Value 5 points, and third Phoenix on 8 points. Well, 2 light wind races, a gentle introduction to the joys of Newport. 2 good wins for the hometown heroes today. Quantum Racing powered by American Magic, but also a strong day for Value, and also Phoenix coming back into the circuit. 2 different drivers and 2 solid results, lying third overall, but a great day's racing.
Early summer in Barcelona, and the weather conditions are just off the scale for the 5 resident challenger teams of the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup in the Port Vell, who have enjoyed an absolutely stellar period that has afforded them maximum time on the water. Today, very different conditions with an east-northeasterly filtering in that just built to deliver 10 to 16 knots, but a challenging sea state that was better on the foils than in the chase boats.
We're here with Umberto Molineris from Luna Rossa Prata Pirelli. You are trimming on the port side today. With wind from the east, northeast, it was quite inconsistent. Can you break down the day for us?
Yeah, different scenario today. We started the day with the light wind, tricky condition, then the wind picked up pretty quick, and then we had 10 to 12 knots with shifty breeze, and yeah, with a bit of chops, and yes. So a really interesting day, tricky condition to sail, and very, very interesting.
So you had a new mainsail today. Can you tell us what's different about this?
Yeah, well, today it's we carried our second mainsail. Yeah, it's a little different. Obviously, we're trying different kind of main, different setup, and yeah, I think as the first day we're really happy, and let's see in the next days.
Is it a light wind mainsail?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, for sure it's a bit more powerful mainsail, but I think we're trying to take whatever we can with all the controls, and but yeah, definitely.
So this morning, for a brief moment, we thought we saw some testing of some hardware in the mainsail head. Have you got something other than the inflatable in the head of the sail?
I think, well, by rule, we're compared to last Cup, we're way more. We can do way less than in the past cycle, So no, we have nothing more, just what the rules allow us.
And you had the J2 up for most of the day. How effective was this sail plan?
Yeah, I think we started the day with the bigger code with the J1, then we move quickly into the J2. Obviously the breeze was picked up to 12, 13 knots, and I think the J2 was the correct sail.
And the shrouds have looked fairly loose on the leeward sides over the last days. We've noticed you've been playing around with the position of the weight on the shrouds. What have you learned from this?
Yeah, we also, different main, and they're loading the mast in a different way, bending, side bend, and obviously we're also playing with a different dog tune, and for sure, yeah, I think you noticed that the leeward shrouds were a bit more loose, and yeah, but we're also playing with different damper for the vibration of the shrouds, and that's it, yeah.
Umberto, puoi fare un riassunto della giornata per i tifosi?
Sì, oggi è un'altra bellissima giornata qui a Barcellona, condizioni diverse dalle ultime uscite. Un vento inizialmente abbastanza leggero, poi 10-12 nodi, abbastanza instabile, però condizioni un po' difficili, quindi molto interessanti su cui allenarsi.
Umberto, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Foil trimmer. Nicholas, can you break down the day for us?
So yeah, today was a pretty good day for us. We went out expecting a little bit less breeze, so we put the J1 up, did a few takeoffs, went for our ram up, then the breeze picked up, switched J2, J3, and went into pre-starts with the AC40 like the previous day, so it was pretty good.
So in the first part we saw lots of straight line. What was the focus there now?
So yeah, it was we only tried our J1 once, so we went for a bit of straight line with it to have a better feel, and then same for the J2, our J2, squeeze every bit of performance we can from the boat, try to understand it better. That was our main focus.
You're obviously switching between port and starboard, considering the tiny difference between the foils. How big are those in the trimming?
Trimming-wise, it's very hard to feel the difference, and for that we need to spend a lot of days looking at the data and spending hours in the water to make sure we're taking the good conclusion and matching what we feel on the boat and what we see on the numbers.
And when you're not foil trimming, I suppose you're mainsail trim?
Yes, correct. Trimming the sails in general.
Just mainsail or also jib?
I can do both.
So you split your roles between the helm doing the trim on the jib and you doing the main?
Yeah, like I think yesterday Max said, we are able to do a lot of everything, and we're gonna see what configuration we're gonna use, but trying everything at the moment.
Where do you place yourself compared to the other competitors, which you've obviously seen on the water? They look pretty strong.
Yeah, I think I think we're in the boat park. The whole team's looking strong. Every day we spend out there, we're sharpening our tools. And today we had a chance to do a cross with Luna Rossa. It seems like we had a good little downwind there. I mean, it's pretty hard to say anything yet.
Of course. You practice, you said, a series of pre-starts. How hard was to keep the foil, the boat on the foils doing full circles?
Yeah, like the 40 is able to turn very quick, so for us it's a big challenge to make our big bus turn as fast as the 40. But I mean, overall, very good feelings. Very surprised how the boat behaves. I mean, you've seen it. The boat is going good on those pre-starts, and it's so good to sail with it.
On the strategies during the pre-starts, are you practicing specific drills? How big is the box you're training in?
So yeah, we're playing a bit around the box size. Obviously, we don't really know what's going to happen for the cup, but we're trying every little possibilities we're thinking of. And yeah, different drills, circling, straight line, only one maneuver. I mean, everything that we can try.
Thank you for your time, Nick.
Thank you.
Next stop Point Apide au Guadeloupe, for the Paris 2024 Olympic flame. The Relais des Oceans began on the evening of June 7th with the departure of the Maxi Bank Populaire 11 from Brest. An unprecedented moment in history which marked the beginning of this great adventure for Amel Leclerc and his crew transporting the Olympic flame.
Actually transporting the Olympic flame and bringing it to Guadeloupe for the Paris 2024 Olympics coming soon.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Have a wonderful sail and we'll keep an eye on you.
Là c'est le bonheur parce que c'est la première fois qu'on sort de cette cabine depuis qu'on est parti. Il est 19h et on est très heureux d'être là. J'ai l'impression que ça c'est une immense voile, c'est la plus grande voile du bateau. Et on va la déployer parce qu'il y a un petit peu moins de vent. Donc comme il y a moins de vent, il faut une plus grande voile pour pouvoir continuer à aller vite.
La grande voile. Là franchement, il va pleuvoir là.
J'avoue que là, c'est un peu sportif.
Hein? C'est bien qu'on a du monde, c'est plus facile.
C'est Hugo qui part. Il attaque Hugo.
Je trouve qu'on a fait plutôt une belle manœuvre. La mer s'est un peu calmée, le vent aussi. Donc c'est un peu moins violent dans le bateau. Ils sont dans leur rythme de la transat. Et les prochaines journées vont être un petit peu similaires, donc c'est cool, ça fait du bien.
After an exciting, nail-biting, edge-of-our-seats conclusion to the 2024 season which marked 12 glorious years since the world's leading Grand Prix monohull circuit started in Barcelona in 2012, the 52 Super Series again follows the preferences of its passionate, committed owners in 2024 with an itinerary which is a mix of popular proven locations which offer a good variety of racing conditions. For the first time the circuit visits Newport, Rhode Island, one of sailing's real epicenters where 2 regattas will be raced, hosted by the historic, famous New York Yacht Club.
Well, second day here in Newport, Rhode Island. Conditions getting better every day. 2 more races, a little bit more wind, a little more pressure. Let's go racing. So day 2, race 3 of the regatta. Breeze is up at 12 knots on the start line. Perfect start off the pin end of the line by Team Beyou. Beyou lead up the left side. Paprec going nicely up the middle of the course with good speed upwind. Round the top mark, well that's the first 2 places. Beyou led by Paprec. Quantum Racing third all the way through the race. Through the finish line it's a win for Beyou. Paprec gets second and Allegre just come across, jibe in front of Quantum to steal third. So the 4th race of the regatta, the second of the day. Breeze is still up nicely, 13-14 knots on the start line. This time Beyou get closed out at the pin end and have to go across the sterns. Good start by Platoon and also Quantum Racing powered by American Magic. Good pace up the first beat, and it's actually Paprec just leading from Gladiator round the top mark. Quantum Racing powered by American Magic also in the mix coming round the top mark. Paprec lead down the first run, but then in fact Quantum Racing get through Paprec and go through to lead through to the finish line. Their 3rd win from 4 starts. They step well clear at the top of the table. Allegre come through for 2nd and Phoenix going well for a 3rd.
So far so good. We've had a couple days of awesome breeze and it's come good for us. So we're just trying to keep putting the pieces together and minimize mistakes and get around the course fast.
We had a little briefing this morning saying, okay boys, now we have to play in the right division, in the A group. I love it. I love this game.
In this fleet, if you can come in first across the line, it's fantastic. We had a great start, so all good, absolutely good fun.
So after 4 races, Quantum Racing powered by American Magic on 7 points. Second are Beyou on 15 points and 3rd Phoenix on 18. Well, Newport, Rhode Island delivering the conditions we all came here hoping for. 13-14 knots of breeze, sunshine, beautiful champagne conditions. Quantum Racing powered by American Magic now have 3 wins from 4 starts, standing on top of the table, and great racing all the way through the day and still a bit more to go.
It was busier than the Ramblers on market day out on the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup racecourse, with all 5 teams fighting for prime positions and eager to spy the performance profile of each other, regardless of what they may say in interview afterwards. And it was a perfect spying day with a huge variety of breeze through the afternoon, starting at an unsailable 5 knots and peaking at 19 knots by the close of play. Fascinating day in beautiful Barcelona.
We're here with Dylan Fletcher, 49er Olympic gold medalist, helmsman on port side on Ineos Britannia. Dylan, another day on the water, how did it go?
Yeah, it was a difficult day with the breeze initially, but then it cleared up and we had sort of that nice garby conditions, so all in all a really positive day, I think.
Today back to the new rudder, testing different things, sailing with different aids and different pitch angles. Was the day mostly out the rudder?
No, the rudder was just sort of in the background. We were getting through, the other test list items, some pre-starts and racing, so yeah, just sort of mixing it up.
The boat seems a little bit more faster with this rudder than with the Legacy one. Does it feel the same way on board?
Yeah, I'd hope that the new one is faster, but yeah, it feels nice. It was a good day for it.
In terms of boat balance and sail streaming, are there big differences when you sail with this rudder compared to the other one?
I guess the other one's a bit shorter, so it can be a bit more challenging in the waves, but other than that, it's very similar.
And today you had a big range of wind speeds, being very light at the beginning and then in building during the day. Is there any specific conditions in which you may prefer the other rudder over this one?
I don't think so. I think we'll always take the new one, it's good.
Okay. Then which differences do you feel whenever you maneuver the boat?
There's a little bit of differences, but ultimately I guess most of it's down to the rest of the, what we're doing with the balance of the boat, and so it's really in a noise, the rudder.
Then moving into the second part of the day, a lot of focus on the pre-starts, and we identified that there were a lot of times in which you were doing maneuvers with both arms down a little bit longer than usual. What is that about?
Yeah, we're just practicing a few more things today, and as you saw, just some more turns and just seeing what the boat can do on the 3 foils, which is a bit more what we've seen in the AC40, so we thought we'd try a little bit of that.
Is it possible that this rudder requires the 2 arms longer on the water?
I don't think so.
Okay. And the last one, we saw that at some point during the day you had to remove the cover from the main screw to do some adjustments.
I think the sail team are just looking at how it's setting and the different options back there. I'm sure we'll see plenty of iterations before the cut.
Which kind of options are you considering back there?
You'll have to ask one of the sail guys, I don't know. I didn't really know it was off.
Okay, thank you very much.
Emirates Team New Zealand called time on their winter training down in Auckland with some of the finest race training footage seen to date in top-end conditions that puffed up to 25 knots that had the 2 AC40s absolutely at the limit. Now it's time to relocate to Spain.
Here chatting with Pete after the final day of the 2-boat testing block for Team New Zealand. How's the overall block goals and how'd you end up?
Yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome block here with the 240s while our 75's been shipping up to Europe. So, it's just felt like that intensity's kind of kept ramping up with just practicing different situations in the pre-start, getting more and more confident with the playbook, and then also giving our youth and women's teams a bit of time in the yacht as well and putting them through their paces. So it's been an awesome little period.
Yeah, it's been impressive to watch you guys kind of, develop that playbook. Have you been focusing on drill situations over the block, or more just practice racing and seeing how it plays out?
Yeah, we've been trying different bits and pieces. It's obviously these boats are incredibly manoeuvrable, so you've got to try and choose the right thing at the right time, and then as a team we've got to figure out how that relates actually to the big boat. It's been a really valuable block, just trying to lay a good foundation to build from when we get to Barcelona.
Yeah, brilliant. And really impressive to see how quickly the youth and the women have picked it up. Have you been involved in coaching or helping out there?
Yeah, I haven't had heaps of free time, but yeah, it's been awesome to lend the odd hand when we get the chance, and try and use the beginning and the ends of these days to really push them through their paces as a full group. And yeah, I think it's just been really cool having a whole nother group of incredibly talented athletes in the Team New Zealand environment.
Yeah, awesome. And then moving forward from here, you guys have got a little bit of time off while the boats pack up and ship. What's the program look like for the sailing team?
Yeah, we don't have heaps of time off. Obviously a lot of the sailing teams up to New York for the next GP event, and then we're sailing pretty soon afterwards in Barcelona. So now's really the time to make sure we tidy up everything back here. Have a little bit of time off, so we're ready to hit the ground and running in Barcelona. And that's getting to that exciting part of the campaign. You're starting to see all the teams really hit their stride in the AC75s, and I feel like we were quite a wee way ahead when we launched, and with the push we did through that point. But we're definitely itching to get back in the 75 now.
Yeah, of course. What's the timeline look like for that? You guys planning on sailing end of June, middle of July, or does it come down to shipping? Or?
Yeah, you have to wait and see. It seems if shipping's all going to schedule at the moment, so yeah, we're looking forward to getting into it pretty soon after we all get up. And that's for 4 weeks time now or something. So yeah, it's coming around pretty quick, but it's been a whole heap of hard work back here trying to get through a big development list after our block of AC75 sailing in NZ. So really excited to launch with a good Rev 2 on a few parts.
Okay, brilliant. All right, thank you for your time, mate.